Okay, I guess it is recording. We'll see. I don't know if it hears all that stuff. Maybe we can sync it up. I don't know why I think this is a good idea, but somehow or another I do, I guess. So I'm going to. I've heard people say that it'd be crazy if they seen what I left on the screen or what I left on the cutting room floor or whatever. So I've already started it. Oh shit, I lost it. Sorry. I've already started editing some of these, and I've called out. Ended up having 799. I picked 129 out of them, and I'll probably drop a few of these as I go. I've got them edited somewhat to a certain point. Right now, I'm just kind of I've got them picked out, so I'm just going to start kind of just going through and. Oh. No, we need to be over here. Why are we? There we go. Okay. So we're just going to start kind of pick some of these, sort of crop some of these a little bit. Come on. Today, you see, sort of where I crop some of these and, just sort of trying to bring in, just bring it into it. Some of these, the focus is off a little bit. Concert photography is a little bit different, I think. And I used to be super anal about everything. If you look, you see my ISO's 16,000 because just you get to a point where, I used to just blow so many shots because I was scared my ISO was going to be hard, really, really high, and it was going to, create some noise and everything. And y'all, the reality is there's absolutely noise in it. You see it right here? But when I back it out, it's fine. It's you're gonna be looking at it on your phone, and you're not gonna look at it anywhere else. And these girls are crazy as hell. That was funny. I left the whole sequence in here because what you don't see is the rest of this story. But these were the funniest ones, and so yeah, they're not in focus and everything. But this, you think they give a shit? I mean, they are having the time of their lives. So anyway, just sort of rolling through here, kind of looking at some of these. I even thought about, roasting some of the people that work with us at the backyard, but mainly Eric, because, everybody likes Eric, especially whenever he shows up and turns the music up. Hi. It's funny. Here's the boss. We ain't saying shit about him. Nope. Go ahead. You can if you want to, but I'm not. My wife. All right. So that's crazy. So the ones with the D, those are the Sony. That's my wife shooting that. I want you to know, she's recently kind of got on with this wide lens finally, and it requires her to get closer to people. And but it's funny because she's also shooting video, and the reason I know that is because her shutter speed is at 1/60th. So shooting 30 frames, right? So let me tell you something. Even whenever she doesn't get it right, she gets it right because those kids are great, and just everybody behind them. Yeah, it was a good show. Moms and dads. I just think some of y'all should know that your kids did really, really well, all things considering. There's some of you parents are. The hell were y'all thinking? All right, so we finally got to some I haven't done anything with. I know, everybody calm down because you're fixing to see me hit the auto button. No, what did he do? Nothing I liked. How about that? I'm not even sure. I just kind of click around everything. I sort of find kind of what I like. And it's never the same. And I think that's just the biggest thing with it. I have no idea how long this is going to go. This is just, I've never really done this before. One of the things I like with Lightroom lately is the ability to let you go back and choose profile from your camera a little bit easier than it used to. At least I think it does. And I'm always looking at the histogram, and everybody's got their own way about it, but I'll just hit auto right off the bat, and I'll kind of see where it goes, and I'll kind of overcome. He was talking about the grain and stuff in it. Here 200, 280. I'm wide open. 5,000 ISO. You start doing this long enough, you start using some of those settings to your advantage, and thought about that earlier. And I've got to where now I shoot whenever I shoot concerts, most of the time I shoot shutter priority, just because it's going to be dark enough that depending on what lens you've got, and I think this one, yeah, I'm shooting the long one. It's gonna be a nice crispy picture. Now with the older Canon, saturation was something that I didn't really care for. They just kind of oversaturate. But anyway, so I do that now because, like I said earlier, I don't really give a shit about all the grain and everything. You know, that used to be a big deal. Oh, it's got to be so clean. It's got to be this perfect photo, and there's no such thing. You know, I think more than anything, this is a great feature too, right here. Previous, man. If anything, you know, the shot you take and the camera you got and all that stuff. Here's what's a trip. What do you see some of the video that I'm shooting on my iPhone from this? It's just sometimes I'll put a little texture and clarity. I don't always, but this is kind of where I'm at. I'm sort of okay with that. You know, it's just again, all right, so we're shooting concert stuff. Let's talk about that. We're shooting concert stuff. And I kind of approach these a little bit different than maybe how I used to. Yeah, so look, so now here's, you know, that's not really bad, but the lighting was really, really good. Man, mad props out to Chance Hendricks and Hendricks Productions, man. They've done so much amazing stuff at the backyard lately. And it's just really cool to be a part of that. And, this is, what was this kid's name? I want to call him Arnold Palmer, but I know that's not it. It's Palmer Anthony. It's really good. Let me tell you the greatest part about this guy. So our family was there. Jeremy and Wendy, they were sitting off to the side, and Jimmy and Tammy, and you can't miss Jeremy. He's like 30,000 feet tall, and he's probably got on some Hey Dudes. I think he had on like some Caddyshack Hey Dudes or some shit. He loves to golf. He's always he's into it. So here lately, he started kind of coming in proud. Kid's got the Elvis snarl. Look at him, Elvis snarl. Let's see it again. I think that's awesome. So to me, this is the stuff that I think kind of makes the concert stuff really, really fun. Is I keep calling these guys kids, and maybe I shouldn't. Oh, you know what I just seen? I didn't see right away. All right, look, check this out. All right, see my thing? This right here, this is one of the light beams. All right, so it's in the back lot. We call this a back lot party. It was a little dusty, but it kind of worked out really, really good. Oh, I'm looking. All right, so if you look, you'll see it again here in a minute. Some of that dust sort of comes through, adds some kind of cool effects. I dig that. I'm okay with that. Let's pull some saturation out. It's just too orangey. Although I could get really, really detailed, y'all, and start doing this, and just get really crazy. Now watch what happens. Now watch this. This is. I used to make this mistake a lot. If you go look at a lot of my old stuff, so you see where I'm crushing the blacks and everything's laying out. You see, this is my mid tones. That's generally skin tones and stuff like that. Highlights, that's all these lights, the higher colors outside of the mids, right? Now, when I bring the highlights down, I start losing some of that. Look at just how flat his skin gets, right? Dude, y'all quit crushing your highlights. Blow that shit out a little bit every now and then. And you know, one of the other things is I try to find color. So if you look right here, watch the lights. Watch right here. So I'll start raising the shadows up a little bit. Now look, we're going to start getting some of that noise. Some of that noise that we start talking about a little bit. And there's a fine line because I start seeing it there. Look, see it? There it is. But watch this. Watch this. I raise the highlights up a little bit, drop the exposure down. I've still got, man, it starts kind of saturating, gives him a much more natural skin tone. At least the way I see it. You see it however you want, and you know, whenever you figure it out, and you know, you go work with a place for, golly, how long have we been doing this? I started shooting backyard in 2016, when there was 5 crappy can lights. We've learned some stuff. So you work it out and you can kind of start editing it however you want. But right now, that's this looks good to me. I'll probably bring those blacks down a little bit. That looks really good. Seeing that light coming in there behind him. Anyway, so you got to be careful with this because you'll have so many photos and you can screw around and just get bogged down in it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is awesome. That worked out pretty good just doing the previous. And I'll pop in on these sometimes. Look at there. I got it in focus. Because sometimes you miss it, and that's half the story. Ugh, that looks horrible now, right? Let's brighten him up some. Let's bring him in some. Soften that up a little bit. Too much contrast in it. What do you think? I'm gonna open it back up. But watch this. We're gonna raise it up some. I'm looking over here to the side. Close him down. Let's give him a little more light right here. Just a little bit. Look, I want to bring him in here, and I kind of want to keep this in the background dark. And I don't really want to go through all the trouble of trying to mask it. I will. I didn't really want to mask it. I want to leave a little bit to the imagination. You know what I mean? Look, if I mask this and I bring him up, if I darken everything around him and I brighten him up to this so you can see his face, it's not going to look right. I'll be doing that kid no justice. Listen, the show's in the evening. It's going to be a little dark. I want you to be there. I want you to reckon. I want you to look at this. I want you to see this guitar player, and I want you to see this kid singing. I want you to go, shit, that sounds good. You've never heard it, right? Okay, I love these shots. Ones with kind of back in the crowd a little bit. Let's warm it up some. There it is. You see a little bit of noise, just a little bit. So we're going to bring the shadows down some. So blacks are everything here, right? You see it highlight, shadows, midtones, whites, highlights. People ask me about whites every now and then. It just depends. Sometimes I'll bring the whites down. This is just a really, really good shot of the lights and the stage. I love how the highlights just sort of sit on that. We're going to move on. You know what? Back up. What's wrong here? Oh, I know what's wrong here. Steve would kill me. You know what? What do you mean you can't? You blobbity blah blah. My best friend in the whole wide world, Steve. I used to be a little bit funny. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm not going to get crazy with it, but you see how my uprights, see how they look like they're in line with whatever these things are called. The grid marks. I have those on my camera too, and that's sort of how I try to frame. See this middle third, left, center, right, top, middle, bottom, thirds. Look, there's something going on in this whole story. The top part of this is just remind you it's a stage. Here's the story that's happening. Yeah, there's some stuff going on here, but look at all the people. Here's the rest of the story. And I love the highlights. And anyway, moving right on. Man, is my wife not just incredible? I mean, she's just, look, they're just a good-looking couple. They're having a good time. Now, here's the part that sort of sucks sometimes is, so that's a really, really good shot, right? But it's on the Sony. And I really like, I think, the colors here. Let's see how it looks with the colors from Eric. Let's drop those on there. We'll just hit previous. Oh, I like that. See, now we got their skin color back. A little warm right here, but it's in the evening. So, oh yeah, let's look at that. Let's warm it up just a little bit more. Man, do I want to pull that down? I don't. I like this one. This looks really good. Just kind of bright, light, and airy. I think, all right, so we have this a lot of times with women. Women, this ain't nothing about y'all, but it's just makeup sometimes kicks our ass. And we don't even know it. So you got to be aware of it. So one like this, I would look at this and go, man, do I really need to crop this or not? And there's some other stuff going around. Does it Does it help with the story? Does it take away with the story? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. I'd like to see this go portrait. So I just usually just grab the corner. It's going to make a liar out of me this time, ain't it? Oh, no. I see. Oh, I see. Let's take it to here. Now we can do it. Because she was shooting video. And, see, and I don't dislike it, but I lose their arms, y'all. See what I'm saying? So it is... I shot Austin. Oh, I don't remember the guy's name. His dad was a some kind of music artist. I think his dad died in a plane accident. This guy was on one of the somethings. Anyway, I shot him and John Dempsey and maybe it was Holly Tucker back at Waco Hippodrome before they screwed it up and put the digital sign out there. Whatever. That's my personal opinion. Good looking couple right here. Hope y'all had a good time. You know, I'm on the fence on this because, yeah, I mean, it's all right. Let's see what happens if, let's go from here to here. And then let's do a previous and see how it looks. Ooh, maybe. Because, man, we're seeing the teals and the purples really good. I'm going to say it's not too bad. Let's play. Oh, you know what? So, what do you think? We can cool it off some. Let's see what the skin tones look right there. Oh, look, there's the skin tones. So we can kind of make a decision. I kind of like it a little bit warmer. I like that. oh, am I going to change the tint any? I don't know. I kind of, maybe a little bit. I think that looks good. It puts some exaggeration on the color. It tells a different story. Am I going to do anything else to it? No, I like it. I'm good with it. Ain't that funny how that goes? Man, is that out of focus or not? Dang, look at me go. Let's hit another preview, see what happens with this one. Oh, man, it just got really, really dark, didn't it? Well, okay, so I don't want to go much more on exposure. Let's bring the whites up a little bit. And look, I'm watching this guy right here because he's the one that it doesn't seem like he's really affected by the colors on the stage from the lights or anything. So I'm going to try to get a little bit more into blacks. And, man, let's bring up the shadows just a little bit. Let's zoom it back out some. Let's go. I like it. You want to bring it in some? I think I'm going to bring it in just a little bit more. Look, I'll watch all these lines. See his head right here? I'm trying to keep the story here. Oh, here's another good-looking couple. My wife shot this one too. So let's do a previous right here. I believe it'll look good. Now, again, we're back to this decision. What are we doing with the people over here that are off in La La Land? I don't know. Do we care? Maybe. Is Lightroom going to respond to me today? I've got... I'm on like an old 2017 Mac. And... oh, it did. It's just too damn bright. Oh, let's pull it down right there. Good looking kids. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, it was. It was a lot of kids, y'all. They, you can tell. See their underage thing right there? Man, they were pretty well behaved. Good job, moms and dads. Now, I could do this, but look at all the space at the top. So, these are the places you're naturally drawn to. So that's where that's how we're gonna set them up. Look at there. Like it, I like it, I like it. Here's another one. You know, I've seen this clown around. Golly, I don't know. I kind of hope he wasn't there by himself. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, there's more to this. Hold on. Wait, what am I seeing? I have not noticed this in the background before. What's happening behind him? Look behind him. Yeah, let's bring this up a little bit. Oh, shit, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, man, I hope he was with somebody because, man, Ty Myers, it was a lot of youngsters. If you was there by yourself, I hope you was there for the music. I'm kidding. Fella, if you ever see this, I'm kidding, okay? Just, you look like you're having a damn good time. the guy behind you, he's double fisting. Just saying, he looks like he's probably rowdy too. I hope y'all had fun. Oh, let's see here, y'all. You see how this goes, and it's I can rush it, but I don't know that I want to. Okay, so black and whites. I got a thing with black and whites. Okay, I'm over here to the left. Obviously, I have some presets. I have a bunch of stuff I've done in the past, and this right here is my favorite presets in the world. These JW presets, these medium format, stock type camera stuff. Everything about that to me, I think just looks freaking awesome. Frame that up, I think maybe. Let's see if I can bring up the highlights. No, let's crush them. Let's crush them right there. There we go. How about here? No, let's raise the shadows up some because it starts doing weird stuff to his skin. Let's bring the whites up a little bit. And I like how the blacks are kind of soft right there. Oh, look, let's bring them up some more. Diggity. Moving on. Oh, yeah, she was having fun. Let's see. Let's just update here. Now, she's in some different light off the stage. She's right up under one of the monitors. So let's see how this treats her. Oh, it did. It was pretty dark. And let's reset this. Original. Not a shot. Original. There we go. R is my shortcut for that. I think I just reset the whole damn thing now. Whoopsie. Try it again. Let's go back to this young lady. Sometime today. So I'm running an old 2017 MacBook Pro, and I've closed everything except for Finder, Lightroom. Dude, today, Junior. Yeah. And the only thing I've got running is Spotify. Really, and this. And sometimes it's just a little laggy. That's how it is. I wish I could afford one of those real expensive rigs. Man, I'm just not crazy how the color is doing her at all right there. So ones like this, man, we really do want to do people a solid, especially if we take your picture and we decide we want to use it. We want you to look in right. Come on. Hope you had a good time. Who you talking to, bruh? Ain't nobody trying to hear nothing you saying. I'm just kidding. I think with concert photography, the biggest thing, you're always, you're kind of chasing all the time is the lights. And I hear people talk about, it was a really big deal whenever I first started shooting this stuff, people talking about, shooting raw. And all, shooting raw format, all that means is it's just, it just holds a lot more data and, the color depth and everything. You can just do a lot more stuff with it. It's a lot more editable. And I think, just unless you're doing like sports or journalism or something like that, I don't know that it's a bad thing. It just gives a lot of ability to kind of see. This is where I've gotten, maybe I have gotten lazy in some respects, because there's some of these, listen, you still got to deliver, okay? I needed to have these done, 2 weeks ago. How long has it been since he was here? I don't even remember what the date was from this. It was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think I shot Randy Rogers the week before. Man. And I've kind of culled through some of them, but it's a little bit time consuming. And I don't know, sometimes you find that they're like this one right here. I told you some of them, I'd probably drop them. It's just, I don't know, nothing excites me about it. It just don't do nothing for me. So we just drop it out. Now here is something I could probably do and make this a whole lot quicker for these. All right, so I'm gonna go back here and let's hit this one. There's little things you can do for this that sort of helps. If it'll come on, then I'll hit previous, reset the, we'll reset the crop, R, bring that back. All right, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna brighten this up a little bit right here, and just the quick, easy thing to do right here. Oh look, here's a whole section of these that Melissa shot, and I don't have any in between it. So I can set to right here, sync them all up with all the same things. I'll check it all, synchronize, and then just roll back over here to where we started. It'll take it a little bit. You see it working down here at the bottom on the film strip, because remember I said she was shooting video too, so she still set it a 60th with she still set the 60th at 16:9 instead of 4:3. 4:3 is what we generally shoot by default, but it's not, you know, if you're shooting some video too. She shoots we both shoot some fairly old equipment. I think the newest thing I shoot with is my iPhone, funny enough. Yeah, I think that's fine. We're going to move on with it. We're going to change the color on this. We're just going to cool that back down a little bit, I think. Let's bring that back up. You know, they were under this big old yellow twisted teeth thing. I'm watching the background. I'm watching up here. I'm watching the sky, because, you know, we get too blue. That would be about right. I'm down with that. We'll just keep moving on. Just do a previous now. Pow. How about that? Look at there. Same thing. Looks the same. I'm not mad. Wait, maybe I am. But Tim, why does it look so much different than this one? Hell, I don't know. But it does. Which one would you rather see? That one or this one? She's like, dude, you pulling my arm hair. I like this one. Yeah, not. I mean, I like them both, but I think if I was going to lose one, it's going to be that one. Boom. We've already told that story. How about that? I think that one's fine. Next. Come on. Brighten this up. You know, I don't think there was a whole lot of people in that line. Maybe there was. I think this side, there was a few people. This is where they was. All right, so here's where that Sony comes in, because it's a 12 megapixels, and it's just really. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're kidless again. I'm not gonna say that we're walking around naked, but hey, girl, hi. Oh no, not here. Sorry, in the background. Let's see. I think we're gonna keep that just like it is. I like the action in it. Oh, all right. Now we got their picture. It's a little bit darker in the evening. I'm not going to brighten it up too much. You know, my mids are still kind of all right. Like that. Good looking group of people. All right. Now, see, let's see if we can do something. Now, this is one of those places where I want to see if I can bring the highlights down just a little bit so we can see her pretty face. See that pretty smile. Look at there. And then we can hurt the rest of it. I'm doing a screen recording kind of thing and sort of talking through the, I don't know why. You know, we've talked about before, you know, people would trip if they seen the stuff that I put that I actually didn't. Oh, you know what? They're not even really seeing those, because you'd have to see what I'm not picking in between.
Oh, you didn't pick the one with the hat for the guy?
Yeah, hold on. Right there. That one.
I love it.
Yeah. We'll brighten that one up just a little bit. Okay, so now I know they're actually in the bar. They're not in the back lot. I know that because I can see all the light around it everywhere. Listen, you either play to that, or what I know here is whenever you got a lot of magenta, man, those black and whites pop
right
when you do that.
Great.
So, Cat looked like he was having a pretty good time.
Oh, he was having a blast.
I think I actually seen him. Okay. All right, we're going to roll backwards a little bit because I was giving this dude a hard time. Not really giving him a hard time. I was picking at him earlier because he was a player. Check him out.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the same guy behind him? I thought so. He looked. I was looking at him, and I thought, okay, I hope he's with somebody.
And I was in the mood that night that I just went up to people. Hey.
Yeah, it's clear. Your crowd work is amazing. It's amazing.
I went up to his parents and said, "Hey,
this one?
Yes.
Okay.
He was walking. He's like 11. He's walking along with his mom and dad. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture of his hat? Okay, yeah, just look down. That's what I want to see right there.
Yeah. Listen, kid, I don't want to see your face.
Yeah, I just want the hat.
Yes. That's I get it.
That one was
the little girl in there.
Yes.
So I'd like to just brighten this one up a little bit. Let's see if we can change the colors in it some. We'll pull back to the blues. And what I'm doing is I'm actually watching back here in the background, so I can kind of have a little bit of an idea of where the color's probably going to hit about right. It's probably going to be about right there. So we're going to leave her there because let's see what happens. See what we can keep her pink. And what we may do is we can make the pinks pop a little bit. Is push the magenta some. How about the shadows? We got a little bit of shadows. Oh, look, she's just a cutie pie.
Wasn't she? Just.
Looks like she's having a good time. That's funny. I think we're going to keep it right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So now we're back to mine. The next easiest thing to do would probably be... Oh, here's Melissa's again. Well, we've only got a couple, so we can just kind of skip back and forth. Let me go back over here and find one of mine. That I liked. Okay, let's go here. Because I picked that, so now it'll copy all the settings I've already got from it, so I don't have to start from scratch. That's the whole purpose of going back and doing that. Just so, and then previous copies it. Maybe. Let's roll down here and let's see if we can straighten out that part a little bit. Oh, maybe. I don't like that. Sometimes I'm out of sync with my shots are out of sync with it. I'm kind of okay with that. It's a big crowd shot. I like it. I'm not sure if I was going to like this one or not.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Mailman's here. Kind of a big side shot. I don't know. Let's see. Well, there's that. Everybody get y'all make sure the mailman knew you was here. Good job. Sweet bejesus.
I'm going to take them with me to HEB real quick.
Okay,
We'll be right back.
I'm going to keep working on pictures. All these are Melissa's. Man, she took some bangers. Is that one mine? That is mine. All right, she's through here. Let's sync them. Hit all of them again. If I do this, whenever I do Randy Rogers, if I took my allergy meds, when I do Randy Rogers, whenever I finish calling his out, I'll actually start from there because it'll probably make more sense. Didn't I just oh, I know what I didn't do. Now y'all know what I didn't do. I didn't choose one and actually fix it before I picked all of them and synchronize. There we go. Now I can roll back in here. Where are you at, sir? Here you are. All right, cowboy. We put a little bit of light down on you. Man, I think the green shirts is probably one of the coolest things that they've done recently for shows. Having been to, we don't really have a whole lot of problems there at the backyard. Security's always been pretty good. Security's always been top shelf. Let me just get that straight. Top shelf. It's really, really good guys there. every once in a blue moon, you'll you'll come across a problem child, and it's just going to happen. It's just how it is. So I'm not sure. It seems like her hat's got a little bit of a green tint. I think it's going to be all right. Skin tones look really good. It's a great shot. All right, so, here's one. All right, so this is a good-looking shot to me, but I will tell you a couple of things. Oh, you can't see me pointing at that, can you? So I got to use this. All right, so I want to brighten it up a little bit, but it almost looks like, I'm talking about before, how it's like highlights get crushed and it sort of flattens the photo. And maybe a little bit too much green in it. Maybe change that, warm it up some more. Let's click on these guys. Let's click around here. All right, so he's got a green light on him. Bass player's in the zone. He's doing his thing. Man, that's a really good looking shot up close, ain't it? Yeah, it looks really good. Okay. And I know that because you can see the magenta shining down, and so it sort of does things. Oh, look, they was flying the drone. So there's a stage on the big screen. Anyway, good looking shot. Oh, I was looking for this one. So this is one of the ones Melissa got back from behind Rance and them. There's Rance. There's the drone guy. Anyway, talk about those the shirts that they have now, the yellow shirts. Just makes a ton of difference. Sometimes, you need somebody's attention, you need a little help or something other. And those guys just being that much more visible. All right, so this has got a lot of red on it. I think I'm going to leave it. I like that. Let's pull that down some, make it a little darker. Put some more blacks in that. Let's dip them off. I like that. I like that a lot. Hit previous on here. Man, look at his face. He's in it, I think. I don't think he's looking off in La La Land. There's some more pretty people. Holy crap. How many pretty people picture my wife take? She got a bunch of pretty people. I probably started like 30 million different stories, and I don't even know which one I was at. I know I was talking about the colors of the guys wearing the orange stuff. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's go back to that one. Then here, in previous, we'll get that one real quick. That'll look good. And then let's get Chance. That is the maestro. If you think the show looks really, really good, if you got a damn, if all the extra stuff looks good, the lights and the sound and everything, this guy right here is why. And then the other guy, Eric, all the stuff you see on the big screens and everything, whether it's inside or the backlot parties, that's Eric. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. It's just changed so much over the years, and it's just really cool watching it evolve. I don't know how many of us, if you'd have said, hey, back in 2016 or even 2017, wow, back in 2017, whenever Co Wetzel was breaking out, and there was some of y'all didn't even know who the hell he was. Whenever Co was breaking out, this would have been the thing. Well, this would have been amazing to do. But you couldn't have told us then that, we'd be putting thousands of people there like that. It's kind of a cool thing to be a part of it, watching the evolution of the the backyard and being a part of it and all the people there. Man, we've made some amazing friends because of that place. I mean, we have our life is sort of centered around that place a good bit, and we're so grateful for it. A lot of the experiences and everything. I mean, just some of the things that we're getting to do. Yeah, just kind of watching and I guess just sort of thinking about it. I could probably cool some of this down. Yeah, I got it really, really warm. See if I can get his skin tones back. But you know, that's probably accurate. Do you like it? You like that? I don't know. Let's bring it back to that. Maybe not so cool, but there we go. I'm down with that, because then you go from that to this, and I think everything's going to be the same except for the color. Oh, let's open it back up. Get the rest of that. I like that. Let's open it up some and warm it up some. You know, I was telling a story earlier about shooting. Man, I don't know if the guy's name was Austin or not. It may not have been. Anyway, him, JD, and Holly Tucker, and at the Hippodrome. And I had some really cool shots. You know, JD playing the guitar sometimes is just, he sets off in a different world. Super cool, but dang, man, just watching him. And so I had some really cool shots and everything of that. And I submitted them to some online something other, you know, hey, rate my photo, something probably. And one of the things that one of the criticisms I got from somebody was, you know, he thought the shot looked really, really good, but the way I cropped it, the way I shot it, I missed a big part of the story, like with the guitar and everything. And so I cut the guitar off, and not really thinking about it, you know, because I wasn't focused on the bigger picture. And I like that. And so I really didn't I didn't look at the bigger picture, and you know, and everybody knows that musicians are kind of funny about their guitars. You know, everybody knows the story of Willie Nelson, you know, and what does he call his guitar? Seriously, ain't it Trigger or something? But it's his guitar, right? And oh my goodness, is JD's guitar's name? Oh, is it Loretta? Oh my goodness, I think his guitar's name's Loretta. He was playing an electric guitar that time, but I can't believe it. I'm pretty sure JD's guitar's name is Loretta. Well, look at that thing all lit up. And that was brightness. Holy cow! I haven't even got to the show yet. The actual show that we was there shooting. Oh, that looks good. Let's warm that up just a little bit. Pull this down some. Make you look forward a little bit. Pull the blacks down. I'm good with it. We're gonna keep that one there. All right. So I'm going to open these up so you can see what I have. This may be a bad idea. Okay. Maybe. So, oh, this is going to slow me down so much, ain't it? All right. So let me set this one. Let me go back here and find a good one. That's Melissa's. Let me find one of mine. You know, with both of us shooting, I shoot Canon and she shoots Sony, and I've just always been Canon. Is that one of mine? Yeah, that'll do. You know, just mostly because I actually like real skin colors. Sony people are flipping their lids right now. Did he say that? Yeah, for the 5 people listening probably. Or watching, whatever. Anyway, are we there yet? The Sony's does so much better these days, and I know that. I'm not that dumb. It's personal preference, y'all. Really, you find something you like, but the color profiles of both of them are super different. All right, now so here's a good example. All right, concert stuff. I bumped the shutter speed up a little bit. I'm still wide open. So I'm shooting a 5D M3. super old camera compared to what a lot of you youngsters out there are shooting these days. You know, this could be a keeper or not. I don't know. I think now I'd keep it even with the noise. I'm just not going to. So we just unpicked it. And I'll just kind of, you can see what I shot, sort of what I'm keeping. Here's Ty Myers. Yeah, I don't, it's a great smile. I think this part's awesome. I think it's a great smile. He's getting it all tuned up. We're not taking pictures of him tuning up, y'all. That's just, so one, I was super rushed in this. I know we got some kind of great relationship after I signed my life away to be able to take the pictures of this kid for the bar. I don't care. It's for the bar. After, doing all that, some of the people down there, they probably weren't the nicest people they could have been. They were very clear after 3 songs, I was not to be down in the pit or anywhere down in there. I shot after that, sue me, or just don't use them. I don't care. Anyway, I'm not a real big fan of that because what happens is you end up with, 30,000 other photographers in the same space within the limit of 3 songs. And there's a certain amount of etiquette, I think, it should be present. And everybody doesn't have that etiquette. And so with this show, everybody had a good time. I'm glad for that, but it probably wasn't one of my favorite shows to shoot. Just simply because, being rushed and, I don't know, every now and then you get around, some of the talents, people or whatever, and I think there's a little bit of an arrogance that sort of comes with it. This is the hottest kid out right now. There was 3,000 screaming teenagers there to see him. So, I don't know, I guess. Doesn't mean you gotta be an asshole. Not, it was just having to jockey for position. So, wasn't real cool. Do better. But, keeping that one, that's how it's going to be. It is. It's a little noisy. I like it. Grainy, gritty. But, here's some of the stuff I'm just letting go. That, whatever. We'll keep that one. I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep that or not. I don't necessarily care for that either. He just seems bothered. Oh, let's wait. Let's clean it up. Let's see what happens to it. Let's bring these blacks down a little bit. Let's open the highlights up some. Let's bring that up. Can we bring that up a little bit? A little bit less contrast. See, everything's in the shadows. All the information's in the shadows. Every bit of it. That kind of stinks. Just the shot. It's just a little bit too dark for the shot. Now, can you do something with it? I don't know. Let's see. We'll just let's put some information back in it and pull the exposure down some. I don't want to just kill the highlights. I kind of like the light sort of shining through right there. Oh, maybe. Let's roll with that. And nope. Probably okay. Nope. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That one's okay. And let's go back to here. It's going to look completely different because this shot is actually brighter. So whenever I bring this together, look at there. I just took the other one a little bit too dark. Let's warm that up a little bit. Look at there. That fire-ass red hair that boy's got. Let's see, what's the saturation look like? Bring that up a little bit. He's a good-looking kid. He sing his ass off, I'll tell you that. He seems like he's super. He seems like a super nice guy. He interacts well with the crowd. He's. I think they said he's pretty young. His guitar player is a freaking slayer. I love everything about this. Let me get back to the kid. Here, back to the guitar player. That, golly, that just excites the hell out of me because this is a musician digging what he's doing. You hear me? When you see this, when you see those old ugly ass faces all crinkled up and, and that's, we call them the O faces. Yeah, so here you see me, I'm bumping up the white a little bit. I want to pop this out some because his hand's on fire, right? So, let's see. Bring that in some, bring that down, but I want to keep that. Oh, yeah, let's pop it right there. I like that. Let's give it a little more contrast. Brighten him up some. Yeah, come on. I think to me, this is just an amazing shot. You see him fishing to go in there for that other lick. I get excited over this stuff. And there's more of this, but yeah, I'm showing. This is all the stuff I've already rejected. No. And I know there's nothing there that I don't know. Here, let's edit it. May keep it, may lose it. I don't know yet. Let's see how it does. Come on. Today, Junior. Really? We're going to be like that about it? I know I went here. I hit it. I chose that one. Guitar player O-face. Back to bass player. Oh, it did. Yeah, it's good. All right, we're going to move on some. I'd like to get this done sometime today. I don't have all the time in the world. You sort of see a little bit. That was not rejected. Let's see what this looks like. Previous. I don't know if I like the color here. Oh, it's magenta. Oh, if it's magenta, gonna get the color and it ain't gonna be incha. Oh, I kind of like that. He sort of looks a little bit out of focus right there, but he kind of ain't. Dude, I like that. It seems sort of soft. Oh, look at that. That's contrasty. Let's give it some more contrast. I dig it. We're keeping that for sure. That's really nice. I ain't even gonna straighten it up. I like the drama of it being not. Let's do it again. How about that? I like that. That turned out okay. I used to run from black and whites because it was a stigma that just means you can't edit the photo. Man, I used to buy into so much dumb stuff when I started doing this. You know how much fun I didn't have because of that? All right, so this has got magenta and red, and I don't know. The color doesn't really. I don't know. I'd rather cool it. Yes, I don't like that. So I don't like it. I make it how I do. As a matter of fact, let's just go here to here, and I can see all of them in that little spot right there. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Okay. Undoing those. We're undoing those. And I don't like that one. Set rating flag. Where we at? Can I just undo it there? Wish it would let me. Oh, it did. It does. What? Let's see what happens if we get him here. See, there's still a magenta light on him. And it's just not, I don't like what it's doing. I don't like how it looks on him at all. I don't find it flattering. I'd rather make this whole series black and white right here. I just think it's good looking. I haven't seen anybody else do a black and white series with him, so let's roll with it. That looks really freaking good. Man, do you see the drama that just created? All right, so this one, probably one of my favorite shots. Watch this. Previous. Man. I like it. All right, let's see if we can get color back now. Get over here. I think that's good color back there. Where was we at? It was here. Well, we got a few more kids. We're on number 78 of 125. Yuck. What happened there? Okay. All right. I can do that. Bring that back here. Give it just a little bit more saturation. Again, the highlight. See what happens if you just crush that. See how flat it gets? Terrible. Terrible, terrible. We're going to keep that one. Do it again. This was a fun one. Is it going to adjust? Oh, I like that. That's good. That's real, real good. He's good. Needs black sand in. I like that. Where's another one? Okay, so the lights. The lights are beaming in this one. I actually think I like this one better than the previous one. No, keeping that one. This one. This one I don't. Get rid of that one. Boom. And we got that one. Do I need this one? Do I need this one? Do I need this one? Oh, I do need that one. I remember that one too. Okay, so this one, like that. We're going to work on the color here a little bit because I think this is a great shot. Come on, wake up today. There we go. So we're going to raise the shadows. Now we're going to raise those a little bit. We're going to pull the whites back just a tad. We can bring that here. And see how we just kind of soften this face up a little bit and darken it down some. There we are. Beautiful. Perfect. Marvelous. I like it. Superfluous. This one, I don't know. I think I kept that one just so I could get to this one. Yeah, there we go. Definitely. I'm losing this one. I mean, sometimes it's the same photo over and over again. So why would you keep it? I don't know. Steve's probably losing his mind right now because I know this one's crooked, so we're going to straighten it up just a little bit because maybe, where am I at? Not crop. Here we go. Burp. It's straight, Steve. There we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just drop it down a little bit. Oh, this is really cool. I like this one just because the light's everywhere. Let's make sure we're full blown right there. We can brighten this up. Let's level it out some. Leveling is one of those things that Steve right off the bat made me self-conscious of. And so used to everything had to be level. Okay, now see what I just did? I crushed the highlights right there, and I'll tell you why. Because I know I'm fixing to raise them up. So I'm hoping I can put light back into the shot And then I can raise the highlights up just to the point where I can see this thing finally starting to blow out. You see it where it's hitting right there? Where that is hitting and where that is, watch this. See it right there? You didn't know you could do that. You want to see where your highlight priority, you just made the highlight priority, I just made that red. So if I pull this completely down, right? I can raise up. You see the chrome on the stand till it starts popping, right? But I don't want to do that. I need just enough light because it's dark outside. Don't forget the setting. And I want to just blow that out because it's a bright light. How big do I want that to blow out? I don't know. Look, I got all of them. I'm okay with that. I think it's a great shot. It pulls all the colors in there. We can warm those up just a tad. Man, bang, bang. Here's another one. Let's do it the same way. Beautiful. I love it. And we're going to see. All right, so I remember what I wanted to do with this photo in particular because this is what I was wanting to see. I don't know what I can do with it because all my information is in the shadows or it's in the blowouts. There's really no information anywhere else in it. So to be able to kind of get in there to see this, okay, get here to see this, you see where at, see all the information's just gone. But if I can brighten this up just enough, crush the blacks down maybe, and then the shadows. And look, if you look over here, I've lost everything else. But if I can start bringing up, there's a lot of blue in there. I want you to know the kid's there, okay? Try to blow him out. Look, this may be shit. I don't know. We're fixing to find out. I don't know. Let's tighten it up. There's so much dead black space in it. I don't know. Maybe. I'm keeping it. There it is. I like it. It's happening. That's what's up. Just do the same thing with this one. Ooh. Not mad at that either. Just bring it up. We can see the stage here. Kind of like that. We got the full thing here. We'll bring up some blacks right there. See, this is where you see what happens if you just crush it. Bring it up. Tim, it's not in focus. It's not in focus, Tim. Why are you wasting your time with it? Shut the hell up. See? I'm sorry, I just played. I like it, I'm keeping it. Probably not gonna keep that. I don't care for that. Just everything. There's just, I can't convince me. I just don't like it. Care for this one either. I don't even know why I kept it. I tried the shot. It's what I'm competing with. Whatever. Maybe if I can get this thing out of it. I don't know. I guess after a while, you do this for a little bit. You get to the point where just the posturing and the I'm the band's photographer shit kind of thing, you know. I don't know. It just kind of, and I may be completely wrong, but damn, that's what it feels like sometimes. Oh, you're just a house photographer? Yeah, I'm just a house photographer. No big deal. I work for the house that is paying for this whole thing. Yeah, no big deal. I'm just that guy. You know, and it's just sort of a slap in the face, you know. Don't be a dick, I think is the moral of that story. All right, so this one is obviously, this is purposely shot crooked. I wanted it that way. I wasn't trying to do all that. Just because I think it, I don't know. You can be artsy fartsy whenever you do this. This is my artsy fartsy. So we're just gonna drop a few of these out because I just don't think they're just not interesting. This might be. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. We'll keep it. It's got a little bit of interest in it. Let's see if we can bring up some of the shadows a little bit behind it. Darken it down a little bit. See if we can put some contrasts in it. I like it. Me like it. Oh, this was the good. This was the shot. This was the shot we was looking for right here. Probably lose about half of these just to get to this, and be fine with it. It really sucks. Kind of have to have him right there at the fan, but I'm sure that. Anyway, whatever. It was. I couldn't move to the left. Half the time I couldn't move to the right because there's somebody right there. Again, that's the part I don't like about the 3-song thing. You can't shoot more than 3 songs just because, you're stuffed in this pit with, other people, which I don't mind that. I don't mind people most of the time. What are you doing stopping that? Most of the time I kind of like people. It's just, a lot of energy there. A lot of, this can make or break somebody. And I'm not, I guess this is where I kind of get, this is where I'm sort of jaded as a house photographer for the backyard, because I get the run of the place. It's just kind of a cool thing, whenever you're that place's person, and so I don't have to rush normally, and I don't have to I don't have to be in somebody else's time frame. Almost very rarely. Just so you know this, rarely. Do we have anybody actually enforce the 3-song thing? They were pretty adamant about it. It's one of those things you go tell the boss, they're not being nice to me. But then, really, it just seems like a little pretentious line, sort of, maybe. All right, so this is kind of cool because this girl was just like singing along, and I know it looks like she's going, girl, what you doing? But she wasn't. She was like, oh, she just got caught because they all singing, right? And she was in it. And she's like, oh, this fool got the camera. She don't even know. And she's trying to, kind of wants to tell her, right? I just got to see y'all. Nah, I like it this way. And she kind of wanted to tell her, but she sort of couldn't fast enough because in just a second, I just want to kind of pull some of that magenta off of it just a little bit. Because in just a second, let's darken her down some. There we go. She's like, hi, yep. She's like, oh, no, he was taking my picture while I was singing. And the other girls was the same way, and she looking back, look at it. Yeah, she got her. He got her. It was funny. I thought it was kind of funny. I wish there was a way you could tell that whole story in one photo, but that's the one you got, and that's the one I took, and that's the one I'm giving. So it was pretty cool. Here's another one, kind of did it sort of sideways just because it was, I don't know, it just seemed like it was there at the moment. I thought, well, let's just do something different. Everybody's always holding the camera the same damn way. I've no big deal. I've only got like a couple 100,000 photos that I've kept. I've probably taken, man, I wouldn't be scared to say I've probably taken 500,000 photos of the backyard over time. So just maybe every now and then I just want to see it a little bit different. I'm gonna pull the shadows down here some. I'm gonna bring the highlights down just a little bit, bring this up some, and let's move some magenta slide on that. Bring the exposure back down. I can see it kind of banding a little bit right there. Let's work it in there some. I like it. We're going with that. Boom. All right, we've only got a couple more. We're at 95 of 120, so we got 25 more. Here's the drummer. Let's see if we can run through them. Let's just do this real quick. Let's see, are they all mine? They are not all mine. They are all mine to here. Let's sync them. Boom. We'll come back to here. And a drummer. He was pretty cool. They got him back there kind of hiding out. I don't know why. I don't know. They do. Just tighten him up some. Drummers how people know who the band's playing sometimes. People don't even realize that. Drummer is oftentimes the most underrated of the musicians. Mainly because they're not really musicians. Ha, ha, ha. Running joke. I'm just playing. What do I want to do with that? I like that. Let's go with that. Let's warm this one up a little bit. See how I like it. Or we want it back cold? No. Is it blue? Yeah, there we go. I like that one too. Bring some of that out of there. No. Bring that down a little bit. Bring the... Do we like it? I don't really like it. So we'll lose that one. This is the most... this is basically editing photos. I guess I could probably... Whenever... this was fun. I think I'm probably going to leave this just like it is. Maybe. Yep. Leaving it. Y'all, I don't know if I can do anything with you. Can I find you in there? Ooh, without making it ugly? I'm sorry. If you see this, you got to go because that ain't a good one. Who did? Y'all, okay, this one, I remember the light whenever I took this. I remember the light was like just on them, so it was almost too perfect to not get the photo. All the noise is still in the shadows, if you see, but it's still there. I see y'all creeping in there on the side. There we go. We got them. All right, here we are. The rest of these, I think the rest of these may be males. Crap, I think she took more than I did this time. That never happens. All right, let's go. Yeah, I think you took more than me. All right, let's go back to some of hers. Is that hers? Let's start here. Yeah, we'll go here. And then we'll scroll all the way back down to here. Where does she start? Here? Bump. What am I doing? There we go to that. Oh my goodness. Let's raise that up a little bit. That's a good crowd shot. That's a really good crowd shot. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And I was saying earlier that you got things wrong and it's still a great shot because you was shooting video. And like here, you done bumped it. You done knocked it down to 1/50th. But just about everything you shot was 1/60th of a second because you was shooting video.
Mm-hmm. It's easier than swapping back between the two.
And still, they're like great shots. And I'm probably a little jealous. You know, just there's that. I just realized I got music playing in the background, so this may not be worth the shit to listen to. We'll see. All right, we'll probably go back in here and cool these off. So most of these are hers. So all right, let's swing through Melissa's. The rest of these are Melissa's. Let's see.
Yeah, the hamburger over here if you want.
I know it. I'll get to it here in a second. There's one. Oh, the kid. How about that? That is really cool. Look at all those phones.
I know.
Wow.
And it's crooked. A little. It's not. It's just.
Oh, it's totally crooked. Well, I don't expect. I don't know that you take photos
that will ever be straight.
Ever. Ever.
And I try to pay attention to it.
Ever. It's that's really good too. Oh, wait, until I did that. Where'd the photo go? Oh, because we're gonna bring it back. Let's find all the noise. There we go. And we'll just pull them highlights down there just a little bit. Oh no, there we are. That's banging right there. That is just, golly. So is that. And we'll let that come down some. We'll change the temperature just a little bit. She's, all right, so I was talking earlier about the dust and everything there. This kid's, the camera he's got on, the camera's, the light's on and you can see it. Oh man, this is gonna be the lights, really, really good. Let's see, let's make that pop a little bit more. The lights, all right. So the lights were really, really good, and at the same time, they're really, really challenging. All right. So here's a weird thing. All right. So if you've ever shot like at a smaller venue. All right, so the backyard, whenever we first started, I said earlier, you know, I started here with these guys whenever there was 5 crappy can lights. And you learn how to shoot the best you can off of that. And just what an amazing way to have to learn that, right? So, all right, so I'm actually pushing the stage a little bit out of highlight right here because that's not really what I want you to focus on. The focus is this crowd just having a good time, right? So anyway, so the other side of that is having really, really good lights. And in this show, they showed up and they showed out, and there was lights out the ass. See this one right here? It looks like a spotlight. Every now and then, it was just a whole ass spotlight, and that, you know, was sort of fighting with that. Chance, if you hear this or you see this, I don't know that there's anything to be done about it. I think it just is. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm guessing somewhere in here, up in here is probably the drone. I was going to see if I could see it. Oh, right there it is. There's the drone. Because I can see that's the shot. Right there it is. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, oh, I did not see this before. The magenta shooting across there. That's kind of neat. Let's change the color on that. That's really cool. Mom, I can't tell if that boy's trying to run away from you or what. Don't let him fall. Y'all look like y'all having a good time. That's another good one of the stage. It's a good size stage shot. I like the way Sony kind of the way it'll sort of do blues. I like the way Canon does the warm colors, but I really like the way Sony does blues because it's just really, it's kind of a soft teal color, and I like it. I like this shot, period. I think that's a great shot. Oh look, there's one where we're actually in phase with the with the thing, with the frequency of the screens. And let's see, previous here. It's like we've seen them somewhere before. You're having a good time. So we just brighten them up a little bit. This is one of those places I could probably drop the shadows back some. Wow, she's 20,000. Man, I'm telling you, the Sony, those Sonys, you can just have like no light. And it was probably dark when she took this, you know. And it'll still take a great photo. But see, the blues with it are just a really teal, kind of a tealy color, and I like that. But when it starts warming up, I think it starts going a little bit too pink. I think Canon does a really, really good job with the warm colors. I bet he took her to that concert for something or other, and she's giving him some sugar, saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I don't know that that's true, but it sounds kind of funny, don't it?
Oh, is that the couple?
Yeah.
Is it not great?
Oh, yeah, this one right here.
Yep.
I figured he probably took her, and she was her appreciations.
Yes.
I like that. I'm gonna pull the highlights out of it. Pull the lights down some too. That's kind of one of the secrets, I think, to black and whites. And there they are. That's what we're fisting to cut out for this, and I'll do another little thing. I'll start more from the beginning with Randy Rogers here in a little bit. So hope you enjoyed it.